Alrighty, today we're going to make some chicken cacciatore. I've already got some of it started browning, just for the sake of time. I've got an 8-cut chicken, and then I've thrown in a package of chicken thighs also, so that we'll have plenty of cacciatore for tonight's dinner. So I've got I think I said that, 8-cut chicken. So I've got a little bit of olive oil in my heavy cast iron Dutch oven here. This thing is awesome. So I've got it all, I seasoned it, salt and pepper, dusted it with a little flour, getting it nice and brown. So we're good to go here for the chicken. This is a favorite around our house. Okay, so that's still nice and hot. I'm going to throw in some, this is one large onion. I actually grew this onion in my garden outside. It only took a year to do it, but so we're going to saute that a little bit first. And then I've got probably about a tablespoon of fresh chopped garlic. Put that in there. I've got one large and one small bell pepper. And again, you know, I say it all the time, but it's not really a recipe where I measure anything. So if you were to put a little less pepper or a little more pepper and a little less onion, it's still going to be good. It's all about the process. I mean, if you gave a half a dozen chefs all the same ingredients and told them to build the same item, they'd all come out chicken cacciatore, but they wouldn't be exactly the same. It's all a matter of a little more of this, a little less of that. Personal taste. My sous chefs here. I noticed in a lot of the videos, Janice catches my feet in the video and I don't have any shoes on. I can tell you it's the first time at home is the only time I've ever been able to cook and not have shoes on. And I wouldn't be too happy about it, I think, if I dropped something hot on my foot. To drop the knife. But of course, for me, that's never happened. So anyway, we're going to saute this. I think at this point, I'll add a little bit more olive oil. I'll season it with a little salt and pepper. I've got, this is Malden salt, but I've got sea salt. You can use kosher salt. When we had our house in Mexico, I used to actually make my own sea salt. Go out in the middle of the sea, not the middle, but out way out from shore in the Sea of Cortez. Get some water in the beginning of summer. I'd strain it and then boil it and put it out in the garage in a bus tub and let it sit there all summer. When we came back in the fall, I had sea salt. So just a fun little thing to do. All right, so now we've got the peppers, the onions, the garlic, and the mushrooms. I'm gonna add some tomato paste, probably 2 tablespoons. And when you have this left in your jar and you don't know what to do with it, I wrap it up in saran wrap real tight and freeze it. And then when I need it, just take it out. You can also use the stuff in the tube, which I do. I do have some, but I didn't want to squeeze all the paste out of the tube. So you add the tomato paste, and you want to cook that a little bit. I love this pot. I don't know if I mentioned last time when I used it, but I got this from my Aunt Nada, and she got it from a good friend of hers. It's well over 100 years old. So if you buy a good pot, it lasts you a long time. Okay, so I've got basil. And again, I'm not measuring, but tablespoon?
Oh, way more than a tablespoon.
Whatever. Tablespoon and a half. Doesn't matter. Same thing on the oregano. This is oregano that I grew in my yard. And this is going to feed, well, this will be enough for 6 people easy. And you'll have a little sauce possibly left over, which you can also save. I like to serve it with rice, a rice pilaf, but you can certainly serve this with pasta. Okay, we've got some red wine here. And I don't measure, but just so you got an idea kind of what I'm doing. That's a cup. And I'm going to use 2. And once this reduces a little bit, I'm going to add a 28-ounce can of all-purpose crushed tomatoes, the Italian style, a can of sauce, and we'll take a look. I may need to add 2 cans of sauce. Just have to wait and see. And then this is going to go with the lid on it. I'll put the chicken back in, make sure the chicken's covered with the sauce. I'm going to put it in a 350-degree oven for about an hour. You just check it if the chicken is tender. It's finished. So hour and 15 minutes. It's not an exact science because all our ovens aren't the same. So, but it should be done in an hour. Okay, so put the tomatoes. Sauce.
And that was crushed tomatoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce. I mean, you could use whole tomatoes and crush them yourself. It really doesn't matter. Okay. Down a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to nestle this chicken down in there. And since obviously I'm not going to be able to run this video until this is finished, we'll take a picture of it tonight when we get it all set up so you can see what the end result is. But this is really going to be good.
And again, you're putting that in a 350-degree oven for
roughly an hour,
okay.
hour 15
till the chicken's
minutes,
tender.
Till it's done. Okay, I'm gonna just bring that up to temp real quick, and then it's gonna go in the oven. And very shortly, we're gonna have a really nice Italian dinner. I would say that should do it for now. We'll attach a picture at the end of the video.